Okay, so here's what I've been working on the past couple of, well, maybe 2 weeks or so. Um, as you can probably see, it's a bit shaky here, the picture, and I have been transferring the entire software over in VR. So what you can see here is all in 3 dimensions right in front of my eyes right now. And it's a pity you can't see it, but to me this is all 3 dimensional. This is my headset. If I shake it around, I have the platform here in 3 dimensions right in front of my eyes. I can go really close. And yeah, that's the way I've been developing the motion and tuning the motion, because when you see it in 3 dimensions right in front of your eyes, it's actually a different thing. So when you fly around in your aircraft, and even though I don't have a platform yet, but when I see the 3 dimensional motion right there, and then you do these maneuvers, and you can in 3 dimensions see how this thing's behaving. It actually gives you a very good idea of whether or not that is tuned right, and if you need more gains on one or the other degree of freedom. So that's what I've been doing here. And in the very back, you see this thing over there is basically the representative of my angular rate in the aircraft longitudinal axis. So I just put it in there to see it the way I roll. So when I roll the aircraft left, the red one is the angular rate, the roll rate, always measured in the aircraft longitudinal axis. And the blue one is the first derivative of that. So think of it as a trend vector. So while my angular rate stays constant, it is exactly on the red plane. But whether the trend is left or right, that means whether that thing is on the left or right side of that red plane. So it's kind of the trend vector of the roll rate. And I had it in there just as an indicator of whether or not my differentiator and low pass filters and everything is working properly. So basically just a little guinea pig, call it. So that's what I've been doing. This thing is in 3D, it's in VR, I can do anything I want with it. I see it in its real dimensions. Unfortunately, you can't see my hand, so I don't have controllers yet, but eventually I want to turn this entire user interface, which right now is pretty sparse, I have to admit, into 3D. So I want this all in 3 dimensions hovering right in front of my eyes, because that's how I think, or how I could imagine the motion cueing software of the future is supposed to look like. Yeah, just to show you the idea of what I'm doing, and I greatly enjoy it, and I keep enjoying it more and more every day, to be honest. So I hope you liked it, and some more updates to come in the future. See you then, bye.